What's sparking, everybody? I'm DJ Sparker, aka Demo, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. We're continuing to use this Kommo-o team that I made, and I'm really sorry. I know I said I loved Kommo-o, but there's just no way I can pull off anything in this battle. There's just not a good matchup, well, except for the Bishop right there, but that's pretty much the only thing. So, Kommo-o doesn't look like it's going to get much use in this team. Unless I set up an Autotomize and outspeed the Latias, which doesn't really look very likely on this team, unfortunately. But, enough rambling, let's play the battle. I let off with my Absol to, in case my opponent let off with the Klefki to set up any hazards, so I could just magic bounce them right back. So, yeah, because, yeah, and Dark types are immune to Prankster moves in this gen, which you gotta remember. But my opponent was expecting my Skarmory lead and just went out let off with the Entei. Not really a good thing for me because Absol is pretty frail and doesn't really appreciate a Sacred Fire. So it goes to my Quad Resist into Fire. Quad Resist of Fire. Volcanion. And nothing really appreciates the Steam Eruption because it can potentially burn. That's the wonderful thing about Steam Eruption. It's basically a Hydro Pump, but with the Skull chance to burn. That's an amazing move. An amazing move. The only downside is it has a lot of HP. Not a lot of... The hell did I... The only downside to it is that it doesn't have a lot of PP. Gyarados does not appreciate a burn. That was not a smart switch in, but it works out for my opponent because it doesn't get the burn. Unfortunately for me. Now, Mega Gyarados is really scary. It's a very threatening Pokemon, unless you have Tapu Fini. I don't have Tapu Fini. So I go to my physical wall, which is Skarmory, and I do have the Rocky Helmet, but I don't have Roar or Whirlwind because, Gyarados does set up Dragon Dance and can't set up and break through my defenses. It's not fun. Not fun at all. So, yeah. My set on Skarmory is Brave Bird, Roost, Spikes, and Stealth Rocks. And I really should get rid of one of those moves for Roar because I don't have a lot of fun facing setup sleepers. Like, whenever I use Skarmory, I'm always found in situations where the opponent just sets up and just breaks through my defenses. Like, the Skarmory it's getting to the point where I pretty much want to have Roar on every Skarmory. Or Whirlwind, because Roar is stopped by a, soundproof ability. But, then again, soundproof isn't really relevant enough to run Roar, but you never know. You never know. I don't know. So, I go for a Brave Bird right here. My opponent starts setting up Dragon Dances to break through my defenses, unfortunately. So I just go for a Brave Bird to do as much damage as I can to this, monster right here. And thankfully, Brave Bird is enough to, bring the Gyarados down to Rocky Helmet range. Like, if it just hits me once, it'll go down to Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want. I can roost off all the damage or get up a layer of spikes. Do whatever I want, because thankfully, this thing is going to do down. Oh my god, that's a huge load off my mind. Thankfully, this monster is gone, and I flinch. Great. Absolutely great. Well, there's no reason to switch out on my Skarmory because it can't roost off on anything else. It can't switch in on anything because, yeah, it's not fun. So unfortunately, no layers of spikes, which would have been helpful. Would be helpful. So Zapdos is kind of a problem for my team. Yeah. I go into my Absol because, actually, I don't know why I went out into Absol. I mean, Zapdos, this is confirmed as bulky Zapdos because it has leftovers, but I'm really not sure. I guess I just wanted to knock off this, Zapdos, but what I didn't realize is that this Zapdos didn't show off pressure in the beginning of the battle. Well, when it came in. So that means it has static. That also means it doesn't have defog, so my hazards are staying up. And unfortunately, static activates and I get paralyzed. Well, Absol just became instantly useless. I try to go for the Sucker Punch, but my opponent roosts. Yeah. I'm getting outplayed and hexed for a little bit, but mostly outplayed. I go for a Sucker Punch again, but my opponent roosts again. Yeah, I'm being played like a book. Played like a book, I mean, played like an instrument type thing, or read like a book. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So, my opponent goes out into Klefki, which is understandable of fearing another Sucker Punch, but yeah, I get paralyzed again, so I can't even remember what I went for. Well, I didn't have any reason to switch out. My opponent was begging that I would, but again, I didn't have any reason to switch out because my Absol is pretty useless, and I just wanted to let it go down. So, at least I get one layer of spikes. And I knock off this Mrs. Klefki's item, which is a Citrus Berry. Annoying. Very annoying. So, my opponent sets over Reflect, and this is kind of a bad play because I didn't want to let my Absol go. I didn't want to let my Absol go down because there's nothing else I can do with it, but my opponent's just gonna take this time to set up because I can't do anything to it. So yeah, that was a pretty bad play on my part. So I realized I had to switch out into my Dhelmise because I can at least 1v1 the Klefki with that, but I can't 1v1 Zapdos with Dhelmise, unfortunately, because even if I have an Assault Vest, I don't want to take a Heat Wave. You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for Dhelmise to get Synthesis when Move Tutors come out. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. So, Klefki was an obvious play on the Kommo-o switch. I don't know why I went for Clanging Scales right here because it was so obvious. I could have just went for a Flamethrower. Could have just went for a Flamethrower and been over with this. Been done with this goddamn Klefki. I don't want to risk having this Klefki set up another layer of spikes on me because I mean, I guess I could have Rapid spun them away with Dhelmise, but either way, my Absol goes down, which I am okay with. So we're going into a Pokemon that doesn't care about Thunder Wave, which is the Volcanion. And thankfully, I'm in another situation where nothing really appreciates a Steam Eruption, nothing really wants to get burned, so I just click it right away. And you can Thunder Wave me all you want. I just hope that I don't get fully paralyzed like I do with Absol. What's it with this guy in Paralysis? It's not a good thing. That's an unhealthy obsession. So, thankfully, I don't get fully paralyzed, and no spikes on my side of the field, thankfully. So, my opponent goes on to Bisharp. I don't know why my opponent did that. I mean, it can knock off my leftovers, but it's not going to kill. And I can just KO you with a Flamethrower. I don't know why my opponent didn't go out into Zapdos right here, because yeah, Thunderbolt is pretty threatening on a water type. It's Pokemon Logic 101. So Bisharp goes down. That was pretty easy. And there goes the only relevance Kommo-o had in this battle. Whoops. So Entei comes back out, and I'm pretty sure the thing is choice locked into something. Well, choice band or choice scarf. It doesn't really matter at this point because I have speed in either way. And it goes with a Stone Edge, but misses. And I'm sorry for the hacks, but I got paralyzed 3 times with Absol, so yeah, I'll call that justice right there. Justice. So my opponent goes into what should have been sent out a long time ago, the Latias. I just went for a Sludge Bomb right here because it would be helpful to get this thing poisoned, and poison's looking really good right now because this thing is Calm Minding. I almost said this Calm Mind is Latiasing, which that would have been stupid to say. So thankfully on the first Sludge Bomb I do get the poison. And yeah, this thing is going to be pretty annoying because it can just roost off all the damage I do to it. Yeah, Calm Mind plus Roost is very, very bad. Very bad for me. But I do have answers to this thing. I do have Gardevoir who can Moonblast it. Don't have Absol anymore. So that's why I was saving it, huh? Well, too late for that. So we're going into Nicole, which can pretty much 1v1 the rest of my opponent's team. Now that the Entei has gone, what was just my Moonblast? Psyshock does a decent amount, but it's still resisted, so it doesn't KO me. And thanks to the poison and super effective Moonblast, I am able to break through this thing. Look at Nicole putting in work again. Nicole's putting work again. You won't see Tapu Lele doing this. Actually, that's a lie. Tapu Lele would be doing this, but Gardevoir does it better, I swear. Fuck Lele. I'm sorry, that was out of line. I'm sorry. Well, I don't care about Lele still, but Gardevoir's better. Shut up. So, Moonblast is gonna 2-hit KO the Zapdos because it is defensive. And just barely misses the knockout, but I do get the special attack drop. And my opponent goes for Roost. I just think could be Roost 3 attacks, but I don't really know. So, yeah. The battle's pretty much won at this point. Well, my opponent does go for the discharge and does get the paralysis. Again, it's 3 Pokemon of mine that got paralyzed in this battle. But my opponent realizes he can't win, and he does forfeit. So thankfully, that's another win for me. And we have one more battle with this team. Maybe Kommo-o can do something. Maybe. Hopefully. Not certainty, but maybe. As always, if you like this team and want to try it out for yourself, it is in the description below. And if you want to see more battles of mine or the content in general, be sure to click like, comment, or even subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.